Leaders read, a review in the Patrick Lencioni series. This review, I love the title of this one, is about his book, Death by Meeting, 2004. Again, we're working on the team, working as a team, working as a leader for the team. That background to Patrick Lencioni, he is the founder and president of Table Group, a management and consulting firm specialising in executive development and organisational health. He writes from a business perspective. His work is real, with an applicability to so many leadership settings. The attraction for me to his work is both in the way he writes and in the clarity and the relevance of his work. It is achievable. Lencioni writes business fiction in fables. So let's look at it. Death by Meeting. Grand title. If I didn't have to go to meetings, I'd have so much more time, and I'd really like my job a whole lot more. How often do we hear that? This is a fable that solves the most painful problem in business and work life. Are your meetings boring? Are your meetings placid and quiet? Are they torturous? Are you holding a meeting or a movie? Grab the popcorn, sit and watch, the boss is talking. The outcome: purposeful, lively, planned, timely, interesting meetings. Less sneaker time and greater clarity. So the character in this book is Casey McDonald, an ex-PGA golfer and a desperate CEO with an unravelling team and an unravelling career. So the synopsis of this. Most of his employees would describe Casey as an extraordinary man, but just a really ordinary leader. They genuinely like Casey. It is almost impossible not to like him. As a leader, he was interested in his business, worked hard, but the team were merely satisfied with his leadership and also almost complacent in their work. Things were routine, and ritualistic meetings created a malaise. Work was boring, and meetings reinforced this. Right, before we get to the model, there's a myth to bust. Too many meetings. Some people would believe that having fewer meetings is the first solution, but this is not the solution that Lencioni proposes. He has a different strategy, a different suggestion. Be strategic and free people from torturous meetings. Make them better. Plan the type of meeting, the length of the meeting, and how those meetings happen. Properly utilised focused meetings. This can change the culture of your workplace and actually save everybody a lot of time. So the model. The secret to this is structure, systems, purposeful planning, and communication. So he has 4 different types of meetings. Number 1, the daily check-in. Takes 5 minutes. You don't sit, it's admin only, and you never ever cancel it. It briefly checks in on the daily routines, the daily notes, and the expectations of what's going to happen today. And number 2, there's the weekly tactical meeting. If you're in a school setting, this would be your planning meeting. This is about problem solving, doing next week's plan, next week's activities. And ironically, you don't set the meeting before, the agenda for the meeting before the meeting. Go to the meeting and set the meeting at the start with those people in the meeting. What is it we need to get through today? Postpone any strategic discussions. Just problem solve the urgent. Those meetings, 45 minutes to an hour and a half. That's it. Step 3, plan in a monthly strategic meeting. If you're in a school setting, twice a term. A 2-hour meeting where you do a mini strategic review. You brainstorm, you reflect. This would be if you're a classroom teacher and pulling a team together where you do that longer term planning. You have an agenda of simply 1 or 2 topics. The agenda is set in advance. You bring ideas, you prepare and you research. And then you create debate good conflict. You discuss things, you argue things out a little bit. And then the fourth style of meeting, or essential meeting, is that quarterly review. It's set for 1 or 2 days. It's a limited socialising time. It's not overstructured and overburdened on the agenda. It's all about data review, trends, team development. It's that strategic meeting. You create opportunities to create again and to critique and to review. So what? Your reflective questions. Those things for you to think about. How much sneaker time do you use? How often do you have to walk the halls or have to have additional conversations, send emails or voice notes to clarify things from a meeting? Get clearer in your initial meetings and communications. Save time. Sneaker time is wasted time. Note, translation, sneakers means trainers, runners, running shoes, sometime footwear. Sneaker time is that time where you walk the corridors. Reflective question 2. Are my meetings boring? Are they tedious, unengaging and dry? Am I holding a meeting, or are people simply watching what's going on, watching that movie? Where is the drama? Is everyone involved? Do I look for reasons to create the golden drama where, we just watch? Do we discuss important stuff, or do we actually find ways to avoid the drama, keeping meetings quiet and calm? And then, are my meetings effective? Do the meetings have clarity, purpose, when, why, who? Do our meetings have a structure? Are we over-topicked? Are we over-structured? Do we have too much in our meetings? So the focus from this one is leadership, thinking strategically, purpose, focus, communication. A really good